Well, good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning. Of course, my name is Stefan Run, and we're going to be here until 8 o'clock. And yes, I got my glasses back from Adams Optical. I want to thank Adams Optical for, organizing me with new glasses. Okay? Yeah, the third one. The first one I sat on, the second one I lost. So hopefully I'll have this one for a very long period of time. All right, Adam? Thanks a lot, man. So we got a few things to get through this morning as we take a look at, the new government settling in, things like that. Stuart Young did have a press conference at Balizé House to speak on energy. I do not know why, because I don't know why he's having a press conference, because he's just a normal MP now. He's the former Minister of Energy, and he's not the opposition leader. So I don't understand it. If anybody should have held the press conference, I would imagine it should have been Penelope Beckles as the opposition leader, but nevertheless, to each their own. Now, the front page of the paper this morning, as we say good morning to all of our regional brothers and sisters, all right? Ministers hit the ground running on busy first day for new government. Busy new day. And I tell you some, I have a story to share with all of you this morning, because share it, All right, yeah. Because I did, and I will forward it to the respective minister, because I think that problem needs to be dealt with. So government ministers hit the ground running on May 5th, visiting their offices at both existing and restructured ministries. Despite challenges in some areas, the ministers were eager to meet their staff and begin work. One challenge faced was with the Office of the Prime Minister, which at the time did not seem to be in an appropriate condition for Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar to move in, according to Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister, Barry Padarat, who toured Whitehall on May 5th. We actually have what he said. We'll get into all of that a little bit later on. We have Seth Wyola Board coming in at the end of the second hour to wrap up the show as well. Don't forget that. PM unlikely to move into Whitehall right away. Daulat gets homework on his first day as Education Minister. When he thought that his days of doing homework was over, former school principal Dr. Michael Daulat said on his first day on the job as Minister of Education, he has been tasked with a heavy assignment. And you could read further on that. I don't have time. I don't want to spend too much time going into what you could buy the Newsday and read. Human Rights Group urges PM to repatriate TT nationals from Syria and Iraq. And this has been going on for years, For years. They've been calling for this, so let's see what happens. SWRHA agrees to pay out for childbirth injury. Brebner says mutual respect key to TPP-UNC talks. Chief Secretary says new THA Sports Secretary already identified. Young cautions on Grenada-Guyana energy deals. Mother of 4 dies in accident on Diego Martin Highway. The family of a 35-year-old woman who died in a car accident on the way home from a relative's birthday party say they cannot bring themselves to deliver the bad news to her children. Let me see. It also left the woman's son and 2 other people hospitalized. They were heading west along Sierra Leone Road. Boy. Coquier family loses home in fire. Man arrested at hospital after Point Fortin bar stabbing. CARICOM minister probes case of Trini missing in Antigua. Yeah, boy. That was a story. I couldn't touch on it yesterday. But apparently people are going missing in Antigua. I saw that. You remember that, Chris? When I showed you that in St. Thomas, I said, what is going on in Antigua? That was a big headline, and a Trini went missing. 21-year-old Thomas Vasquez went missing in Antigua. But they said it's another one in what is turning out to be some sort of, I don't know, serial kidnapping. So I don't know what it is, but they said it's not the first time. And apparently it's becoming a regular occurrence. So Antigua got to deal with that. Faizabad granny kidnapped, robbed, and raped twice in a home invasion. Yeah? And Roger Alexander spoke to the media about the, people is do like if they never, Trinidadian real never see come see, All over social media, people explaining what is Homeland Security. Like if they never hear about something called Homeland Security. It's about Homeland Security, United States of America. All you have to do, all of them, what is hope? And have a set of social media people, and all they're doing is pulling up the description or the meaning of what Homeland Security means now. What is Homeland Security? So Homeland Security means ABCXYZ. Homeland Security deals with ABCXYZ. Man, all you go on Google and search it all yourself now, boy. God, boy, all you lazy. Because all of a sudden they decided to split it. So it's not Ministry of National Security. It's Ministry of Defense and Ministry of Homeland Security. So Trinidadian people, like never see come see. What is Homeland Security? Grow a brain now. You would swear that is some new thing that they never hear about. They're embarrassing, Cheese and nudges. It's like when Kamala Prasad Bisesa, when she was in opposition in the last election, not the last one, the one before this in 2020, when she gave the description of a dome, right? People started to run wild with it, actually thinking she was talking about building a dome over Trinidad and Tobago, not understanding the concept of the Iron Dome. I mean, oh God, boy, if you're that stupid, just don't speak now. Stay quiet. Don't ask no question. Just go in a corner and rock back and eat your curds and wait. I don't know. What is Homeland Security? Everybody Homeland Security is specific. Well, let me not say specific. There are many different functions of a Homeland Security. But in terms of this article that I'm reading here with Home Invasions, Roger Alexander, the new Minister of Homeland Security, he explained. So we'll get to that. Penny to become opposition leader on May 6th. PNM Women's League calls for return of Gender Child Affairs Ministry. I find all have a voice now, boy. It's true, Apollo Kunan say all of a sudden, the election, it cure laryngitis. Energy Chamber welcomes Grenada Gas Initiative. All right, those are some of the headlines in the paper this morning. Guardian Holdings reports 229% profit increase. Which is equivalent to $536 million increase in profits for the 3 months ending March 31st, 2025. For the 3 months, Not a year. Now they have it in TT dollars. Papa, yo. All right. I see in sport here, Dwight York is rallying support, saying, have a little faith in me. And Ravi Rampal has been named the West Indies one-day international bowling coach. Yeah, man. Did you all see the 14-year-old that made the 101 runs off of 38 balls in the IPL? 14 years old, in the IPL? Way, boy. I think it happened last week or something, so I was in St. Thomas, boy. I missed a little bit of that, but I nothing. Anyway, that's it for the news day. Just to give you some information here before we move on. We are 10 minutes past the hour, 6 o'clock. Let me remind you about Olive's House, because if you have seniors, that's right, if you have seniors, you want to find a nice, safe place, a nice, safe space for them, this is the ideal place. It is Olive's House. All right, and it's a senior care facility located in Sangre Grande, and it is beautifully situated. They got that spacious main area, full living and dining rooms. They got fully equipped medical wards, assisted living quarters, and that comes with all required amenities. Also, this is designed for comfort, freedom of movement, and support to your loved ones in their senior years. It is operated 24/7. They have a staff of professional, qualified geriatric personnel. Hot meals are prepared daily according to specified dietary requirements, all right? And this service is always warm and friendly, as all clients are treated with the respect and dignity that their years demand. And you could give them a call on 232-6367, 291-7919, or 374-4165. You could also find them on Facebook and Instagram, but it's a terrific facility, and everything that I just told you here is 100% accurate. 24/7 service, qualified personnel, and let me tell you something, it is ideal. And it also gives, your seniors the opportunity to, to lime and, indulge and, have a little conversation with people around the age group too, from their own era and that kind of thing, and reminisce. And, I mean, it's a terrific home. All right, so check out Olive's house. Also, let me get Palm Star. Let me deal with Palm Star. Give me the Trinidad one. And we'll get to Tobago after. Yeah. So, Palm Star Promotions is back bigger and brighter with the 4th annual National Spelling and Vocabulary Challenge. And this time, it's heading to Eastgate Mall. All right? Prelims are May the 17th. Registration is from 7 to 8 a.m. Semifinals and grand finals are on May 24th, and registration starts at 7:30 a.m. So they're calling all primary school and homeschool champs, standards 3, 4, and 5, ages 9 to 12 plus, and it's your time to shine. Top school with the most student entries and points wins a desktop computer, and that's not all. There are also chances to win tablets, medals, and more. Register by April 15th. Scan the QR code, find Palm Star Promotions on Facebook, or call Auntie Esther. And the number to call Auntie Esther on is 471-2604. Plus, you could grab your Kotesi, Kotela dictionaries at Charon's in Tunapuna, Trin City, San Juan, or Diego Martin. Just show the flyer or a pic on your phone and get 5% off. The dress code is elegantly casual, no school uniforms, so come out and support these young minds, listen, learn, and enlighten each other. So we want you to remember that this is definitely happening, so make sure and check it out. Let me get the new chef. Right, so Chef Shiraz now, Chef has a couple courses that are starting. We'll deal with the one that is starting on the 17th of May. And Chef will be in studio on Friday, guys. Yeah? So they are introducing the one-day master classes and chef table event. This is going to start on Saturday, the 17th of May. We're talking cocktails, steak and wine, Cajun, Italian, Mediterranean, African cuisine, and more. Demos done by different guest chefs. Now, Chef will explain what this is all about on Friday, but if you need further inquiries, or if you need to inquire further, you can call or WhatsApp him on 372-4639 or 737-5097. All right? But 17th of May, it coming. All right? And then I'll tell you about the other courses that he has started on the 6th of June and the 29th of July in due course. But let me deal with the 17th of May, that right around the corner. So we're dealing with that first. All right? Also, I also want to remind you guys about Flow Armor. Yep, when we're talking about security, you see what happened to Granny in the home invasion. Very, very sad. I don't know about you guys, but I have just had it up to my neck with that type of nonsense. But no matter the space or the budget, your home deserves more than just security. It deserves armor security powered by Flow in partnership with All Pro. This is a home security solution that protects what matters most for just $4 a day. So visit Flow in-store or online at discoverflow.co for details. Flow, bringing security home. All right, so make sure and check out Flow. And finally, Run, Stefan Run. Yeah, man. Now, I see that online registrations and coupon code registrations are taking place. I see that people are coming to Synergy TV and they're registering. And remember, when I reach 800, that's it. When I reach 800, that's it. I ain't going no further. All right? But I tell you what, please come out. We want at least 800 people out. All right? I want to hit that number. That is the number that I targeted. And I said, you know what? If you hit this number, you could help the Autistic Society of Trinidad and Tobago and the Couva Children Crisis Center in a good way. So we could also give out the cash prizes. We have tons of sponsors, all right? And those sponsors include Blazers, who will be giving out the first place, male and female. We have Digimaniacs. We have Beyond Petroleum. We have Cans, all right? We have First Citizen Bank. We have Cal. We have Gigi's Travel. I will put myself in trouble because I'm going to forget, you know. I'm going to forget. I tell my mother, send the list to me, you know. Lord have mercy, eh? Mommy, send me my list, please. All right? It's a lot of sponsors. All right? I have Mr. Monroe, who has sponsored one of the second place prizes as well, along with some T-shirts, along with some jerseys. We have Brand Source on board. We have, oh gosh, boy. You see, I'm going to put myself in trouble. You know, hold on. Don't get vexed with me. I'm going to remember this now. All right? I will have my list in front of me by tomorrow. I asked her mother, you know, but she was a little busy. All right? But she'll give me a list of all of these sponsors that we have for Run, Stefan Run. And, you know, NGC. We also got to thank NGC as well for always supporting. This is the third year that they have supported the run. And, you know, we look forward to partnering with them, you know, for many years to come. But please go out and get registered. Medals for all participants, T-shirts for all participants, complimentary breakfast, and we got giveaways for non-competitive participants as well. And when I say non-competitive, when you're filling out the form, if you know you're not coming to compete, please take the option not timed. If you are coming to compete, timed. All right? It's that simple. But you could register online at trinbagoevents.com. This is a terrific event. We do give part proceeds to charity, and we do give the biggest set of prize money for a 5K in Trinidad and Tobago. And as a matter of fact, don't even study it. Just come out and become the best you that morning. You understand? Come out and get some exercise in. There is nothing like a good walk or a run early in the morning. We are at QRC for 6 a.m. on Sunday, May 25th. And if you need further information, just call 345-3380. That is 345-3380. You can also call 482-5531. That is 482-5531. I am working on having the Minister of Sport there. I'm also working, and I actually spoke to her yesterday. Vandana Mohit is the new Minister of Social Development and Family Services. I invited her yesterday. I had a discussion with her as it relates to a little matter that came to my attention yesterday. And it's I'm going to talk about it this morning, and we're going to open the phone line, take some calls on it. But she has already agreed to coming there because I think it's good for her presence to be there because the Couva Children Crisis Center and the Autistic Society of Trinidad and Tobago, you know, sometimes you don't get to deal with the ministers directly. They will have the opportunity to do so on Sunday, May 25th, and let her know what are their needs, all right? So we open the door for them to have that interaction with the ministers as well. The athletes themselves will have the opportunity to speak directly to the Minister of Sport once he takes up the invitation. And I'm also trying to get maybe the Minister of Health there. I know he's a little busy and thing, but I mean, if you're dealing with health, our morning run is our 5K. He might want to come out and make a lap himself, all right? To the police, all right? To the police, I don't like our treatment last year. I tell you, no, let's see what I said. it had a policeman, they didn't want my cameraman go out and talk about he'll give you a ticket if you haven't gone in the van and all kind of nonsense. Let me tell you something, we ain't playing that this year. All right? Let me deal with the thing proper now, man. I understand that. You understand? And I pay last year, and it's a charity event. You understand? Well, I know what happened now. My run has been the same day as the police run now. You understand? But it's no police run that Sunday. As a matter of fact, the police had to come out and run too. You understand? Nice, man. So we're trying to create that space. I had to talk to Pitt and Greenwich, and maybe I'll mention it tomorrow to whomever is representing behind the badge. But we had to get the police, some of the police to come out and run on that morning as well. All right? And interact with the public as well too, you know what I mean? So we're looking at all of that. Now, the coupon codes, there are coupon codes. So you could register online at trinbagoevents.com, or you could go to Sports and Games in Gulf City Mall, Trin City Mall, and Grand Bazaar. Now, I've been talking about these coupon codes, and what Sports and Games has done is anybody that coming in to purchase the coupon code to register for Stefan Run, they get 20% off on any item. Now, that does not apply to promotions and sale items, right? But you get 20% off. So you go into Sports and Games, you say, hey, I come to register for Stefan Run, I need to purchase a coupon code. If you feel to buy a running shoes, a pants, a jersey, or whatever, you get 20% off. Right? I don't know what it is I have to do again, boy. How much more I have to give? Oh gosh. Is Santa Claus in May? It's like Christmas in May happening, you know. Right? So the coupon code is very simple. You pay cash at Sports and Games, they give you the coupon code. There is a QR code on the coupon code. You scan it with your phone, it takes you directly to the event. Right? And all you need to do from there is put in your name, your contact information, your t-shirt size, and whether you're competitive or not competitive. That is all. You don't need to pay with no debit card, no credit card, nothing like that, because you already paid cash for the coupon code. All the instructions are on the coupon code, just follow it. All right, but you're getting that 20% off by Sports and Games. All right, we're going to take a break. And when we return from that break, we will get into the discussion on housing. Well, we're going to hear from Roger Alexander and Wayne Sturge first. But then there's an article on housing where David Lee, who is the new Minister of Housing, it was in the paper yesterday, he said the housing demand is outstripping the supply. We'll talk about all of that when we return. Stay tuned.
At the castle, we just love moms.
I love you, Mommy.
And this Mother's Day, we are cooking up a storm with lots of tasty food. So forget about cooking. Let us fix dinner with a popular family meal. And lunch is a breeze with a snack box and the fish, chicken, and veggie sandwich combos. Oh yeah, and we've got the chicken and wing buckets, plus rotisserie meals, and of course, delicious sides. And it's all cooked with our nice local seasonings. So take a break and enjoy. Happy Mother's Day from Royal Castle.
It's time to secure what matters most. Your family, your home, your peace of mind. Secure them all with Armor Security. Advanced protection starts from just $4 per day. Armor Security, powered by Flow, partnered with All Pro, inspired by you. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co to learn more.
The St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2025 on May 6th. Pure Jazz featuring Mateo Mancuso. On May 8th, Grammy-nominated Jasmine Horn.
I remember you.
On May 7th, Kingdom Night, Maverick City Music. Gospel powerhouse Tasha Cobbs Leonard. On May 9th, Beanie Man and Bounty Killer unite. Young Brother, Patrice Roberts, Ricky T, The Story. On May 10th, the world unite for World Beats. Nigeria's Ruga.
She know me got a girlfriend and
Joe Duet Feely. Summer Walker. The ultimate celebration on May 11th. Ronald Boo Hinkson. John Legend's soulful voice. Dance under the stars to Earth, Wind and Fire's hits. Purchase tickets at St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival.com.
Hi, technicians, service personnel, engineers, suppliers, dealers, customers, business owners, and more. You're invited to join us every Wednesday on Synergy TV from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for the exciting and informative program, Air Conditioning and Refrigeration Talks. It's your space to learn, engage, and be empowered. Expect live call-ins, interactive discussions, and valuable insights that can elevate your skills and your business. Look out for our special segment, Things That Make You Go Oops, where we share real lessons from real mistakes. And in the midst of the negativity surrounding schools, we're also taking time to celebrate schools that shine bright, those making a positive difference. Tune in every Wednesday to Air Conditioning and Refrigeration Talks, only on Synergy TV, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m.
See you soon.
anytime you see this band cross the stage, we go be the last man standing. From the time we shake up the band, watch the people them start to jam, we'll be the last man standing. From the time we reach on the stage, we don't mash up everything. No. Everything go mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up. The whole party go mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up. Just call me Mr. Mash Up. Everything I get mash up. When I touch the stage, I make the people put their hands up. Yeah, you know we camera. That is how we.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Hey, all you let we go Vincy Mass this year. I don't hear everybody talking about the vibes, the all-inclusive party, the juve, the street parade, and the competitions in pan, mass, and calypso. And don't talk about soca monarch, it's real bad. And to top it off, Vincy Mass is easy on the pocket, but it's classy and very safe. So all you let we go Vincy Mass this year is June 27th to July 8th, and we in that.
Book your tickets and accommodations early. For more information, email info@vincymass.vc or find them on IG at Vincy_Mass, on Facebook at Vincy Mass, or log on to www.vincymass.vc.
Let we go Vincy Mass 2025!
To strengthen your immune system, you need to nourish your body with foods rich in antioxidants. Exercise regularly and build your immunity with supportive nutrients. That's why the experts at Jameson created products for immune support made with pure ingredients. For 100 years, Jameson has helped take care of you and your family. At Jameson, your wellness will always be our goal. Jameson, here for your health.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
The biggest 5K in TNT takes place Sunday, May 25th at QRC. Start time 6 a.m. Run, Stefan Run. Breakfast inclusive. The highest payout of prize money for a 5K with a first prize of $5,000 and cash prizes up to 10th place. Lots of giveaway and medals for all participants. Registration is $200. Get registered now online at trinbagoevents.com or cash registration is available at Synergy TV Mondays to Fridays from 12 noon till 4 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. Cash registration is also available at Sports and Games, Trin City Mall, Gulf City, and Grand Bazaar. Just pay cash and follow the instructions on the coupon code. It's that simple. Call 345-3380 and 482-5531. Or visit Stefan Reese Production on Facebook for more info. Part proceeds goes to the Autistic Society of TNT and the Couva Children's Crisis Center.
Let's talk about COVID being loads. Any initial plans, comments?
Yeah, well, after the law is created, then you all will see. I suggest that men may not want to ever enter a person's home again. A home is a man's castle, and he must.
The biggest 5K in TNT takes place Sunday, May 25th at QRC. Start time 6 a.m. Run, Stefan Run. Breakfast inclusive. The highest payout of prize money for a 5K with a first prize of $5,000 and cash prizes up to 10th place. Lots of giveaway and medals for all participants. Registration is $200. Get registered now online at trinbagoevents.com or cash registration is available at Synergy TV Mondays to Fridays from 12 noon till 4 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. Cash registration is also available at Sports and Games, Trin City Mall, Gulf City, and Grand Bazaar. Just pay cash and follow the instructions on the coupon code. It's that simple. Call 345-3380 and 482-5531. Or visit Stefan Reese Production on Facebook for more. Time 6 a.m. Run, Stefan Run. Breakfast inclusive. The highest payout of prize money for a 5K with a first prize of $5,000 and cash prizes up to 10th place. Lots of giveaway and medals for all participants. Registration is $200. Get registered now online at trinbagoevents.com or cash registration is available at Synergy TV Mondays to Fridays from 12 noon till 4 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. Cash registration is also available at Sports and Games, Trin City Mall, Gulf City, and Grand Bazaar. Just pay cash and follow the instructions on the coupon code. It's that simple. Call 345-3380 and 482-5531. Or visit Stefan Reese Production on Facebook for more info. Part proceeds goes to the Autistic Society of TNT and the Couva Children's Crisis Center.
Let's talk about COVID being loads. Any initial plans, comments?
Yeah, well, after the law is created, then you all will see. I suggest that men may not want to ever enter a person's home again. A home is a man's castle, and he must defend his castle by any lawful means necessary.
Speaking about defending a castle, with regards to firearm users' licenses, what was the take, or how are we moving forward with it?
Okay. More stringent.
All right. We're gonna come back to that. That is our problem child this morning. All right. So I just want to bring your attention. Put up the housing issue for me. Let me get the housing. All right. But that video there with Roger Alexander, the media was asking about Homeland Security and that kind of thing as if they've never heard it before. And of course, you know what I mean, there are several different functions of Homeland Security, from counter-terrorism, border security, cyber security, you name it, they handle it. all right? They deal with emergency response and disasters as well. Customs, borders, all of those things in the United States of America, right? Now, how much of that is going to be split between Homeland Security and Defense? I cannot say. But those are the functions. I mean, I don't even know why people ask these foolish questions. Yeah, give me the housing headline. David Lee is the new Minister of Housing. Housing has been a big issue in Trinidad and Tobago for a long while. And we know that there are people who have applied to HEC. They've been having problems. They've never gotten through. People who, I even told a story of a man who I know who said he applied since 19 whenever. And he applied when he was like 20-something years old and he's 70-something now and he never got the house. Right? So, newly appointed Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Dr. David Leah, has acknowledged the overwhelming demand for housing as he settled into his first day in office, stating that the volume of requests already received is outpacing current capacity. While careful not to make premature declarations, Minister Lee hinted at the challenges ahead as the ministry seeks to align its delivery with the promises outlined in the government's housing manifesto. From the time I was appointed, I've been swamped with requests, Minister Lee revealed. I think presently, without getting too much involved or saying much, I think the demand outstrips the supply. This is what he told the media. So we would have to really work with the housing team to see how best we can deliver on the promises that we would have said about housing in our manifesto. Minister Lee has indicated that he will be looking at the possibility of revitalizing HEC properties, which residents in those communities have said have been neglected. All right. So we have this housing issue. I think we have the land capacity to build if we wanted to. We have a lot of HEC projects that were started and then government changed and then they were just left there. Right? Just like the schools. And I think the Prime Minister, when they spoke to her at the cabinet swearing in, she said that, you know, they're going to run a feasibility study on those schools that they built and see what would be the cost factor involved in completing those projects and opening those schools. But I want to go to the phone line, 327-7400. Housing is up for discussion. And I do not know how they're going to meet, how they're going to fulfill those promises, because I think on the campaign trail, if I'm not mistaken, they said something like 500 houses a month. Was it 500 houses a month? Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, boy. I watching Stuart Young talking here. This man really, I feel like till they have him to Tulbe, you know. Because after he done talk, I went to look at a map at the Caribbean, and Suriname is to the right of Guyana, and Barbados closer to Tobago. So how they passing through Venezuelan waters?
Look, listen, I wouldn't pay it any attention in terms of, you know, this is just par for the course in terms of politics. But I think that the new government coming in, I don't think Kamala Prasad-Bissessar would have made that statement just on the fly like that, unless some sort of discussions were already taking place.
Well, that's why I say the same thing. These people fail to realize that this woman moving like a viper, she moving quiet and under low. Because when they call a snap election thinking that they get the woman, they know that she was waiting long time for that.
She was set like a puppy just waiting on them. So, I mean,
listen,
yeah.
And the next thing, this woman who resembles a capybara insulting the woman and calling she mousy. You understand? So
God,
people have to school the woman unless you know. No, I serious. Rhoda Barrett, and people have to let the woman know that calling the woman mousy is not an insult. In Indian culture, when you call a woman mousy, that is a word of respect.
Right.
You understand?
All
so
right.
They want to attack them now and find that them now after 5 days them expect everything to happen magically. Come now.
All right. Yeah. But
you know what to
yeah,
say.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the latter person, she out of her salary, so she gonna say anything to get back in she had to get a salary coming from somewhere, right? What going on? Morning.
Stefan, morning.
Morning. And by the way, by the way, while we're talking about the housing issue, if you have applied for a HEC house, feel free to call in. Let me know what's the situation with your application. Go ahead.
All right. Yes, Stefan. Two things quickly. To the callers, when Stefan start a topic, all of we just try and be respectful and stay on the topic now, please. I know at the end of the day we want to talk a whole heap of different thing, but let me do this Chotong no relevance. He's nothing right now. He just a sitting member of parliament. On the real issue at hand, this housing thing, Stefan, my thing with this entire housing thing is there are people out there, Stefan, we know when the month come, they're paying rent is either 3,500, 4,000, 5,000, different prices in the rent. But some of them, they're unable to come up with the down payment for HDC house. So, Mr. Lee, if you're locked on listening, all the work some sort of mechanism so that when people come before the state, as long as they could prove they have a stable job, a permanent job, and your finances not in a way that you could show that when the month come, you could make your rent. Because you don't want to live on the street, Stefan. So that's why when the month come, you're finding that money to pay the rent. Understand? So I don't know if they would consider looking at this and stop making this thing an issue, because it's really frustrating that you want a house, Stefan, but you just don't have the 5,000, the 15,000, or the $20,000 to make the down payment.
Okay.
Understand? And it's forcing you now to run to go and take a loan, and you probably have a lot of loans and different things. So it's that kind of particular situations. I would like to know Mr. Lee and Mr. Roberts if we take some consideration into looking at these applications and them, so that when people come for a house, they don't have to have this down payment. I could pay the rent money up front. When the month come, please let me get a house now. Please, 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 please. And once again, you know how to rub it in, Stefan. Fire burn the PNM that is all in opposition. Fire falling. All kind of thing they say, or they leave my Prime Minister. She will do a fantastic job in running this country. Thank you, Stefan.
Yeah, man, no problem. Yeah, there is also the issue here, if you all remember, because I want to know how David Lee and they're going to go about it. Remember, there was a situation where you had tenants that was owing thousands and thousands of dollars in rent to HGC. So all of that, they had to deal with all of that. Morning.
Morning.
Yeah.
Housing and construction is one of the main drivers of the economy. It sets the nation working. All tradesmen of all different disciplines begins to work. And it offers that degree of security for the nation. And then it sets us on train also now to begin to start the economy rolling, in the sense that you begin to pay the dollars and cents passing back and forth. So it's one of the main issues that they have. As the government settles, there will be so many things that can be done on many avenues and many angles. So outside of the oil and gas industry, that will take care of itself. As far as the OFAC license is concerned, as long as that doesn't exist, then nothing happens out there.
Yeah.
It's time for Stuart Young to wake up, no longer the minister, and get in line with it. He's an opposition member now. So things going so good. So as what I hear on the news so far, before the minister begins to work, the crime has already begun to decline. So there is something that is happening very silently that we've seen, and we need for that to improve more. People need to wake up now and look at the ways and means, and once the police service now could respond in real time, I think crime will go down. So, do you have any other things to talk about? Let me get somebody else a chance.
No problem, my brother. Thanks a lot. Yeah, so they're going to have those delinquent payments to deal with. They're going to have the backlash of that to deal with. Also, you're going to have to put more houses on the market for people, right? Because people want housing. We know that because years now we've been hearing about how many thousands of applications they have. Also, the process, that lottery system has to go. Morning. You see that lottery system? It had to go.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. People had to start getting houses on merit.
Relative to housing, right? You must be sanctioned by TTMF. I mean, it is not a lottery. You have to make your down payment and so on. And they promote, you must be qualified then, Stefan. You understand?
Yeah.
And there is no house, I think, HCC house that is less now than probably 300, between 3 and 5. So you must be qualified.
But caller, you know that all outside of the qualifications and so on and so forth, the housing, the reason why I bring up this topic is because housing has been used as a political weapon. They've weaponized that HBC over decades.
Yes, I know.
That's right.
100%.
And I think
the
that needs to
persons
stop.
who are probably who need housing, they are not getting it because they don't qualify. So as the last caller said, there has to be some sort of measures which takes those things into consideration. Maybe there are other options.
Yeah.
And Trinidad, you'll appreciate the fact that Trinidad has a lot of land. Probably people could get these,
We have space.
property.
We have land space.
Yes,
I am
you
sure we have land.
understand? But Stefan, relative to national security too, I
Yeah,
myself
go
have
ahead.
a question.
Sure.
Because talking to persons in the field, right? Stefan, who will be in charge of the budget on the national security? Between Stage and
Between Stage and
well, they
Alexander?
say justice. Well, we know justice is about the law, right? Stage and yes, who
Well,
will be in charge?
I think that if they have split the ministries in two, which is Ministry of Defense and Ministry of Homeland Security, I think that they would each get their own budget. That budget would split between the two of them. But you see, I don't know, I can't tell you what is the portfolio of the Defense Ministry and the portfolio of the Homeland Security Ministry. Because I don't know which functions have been appointed to either. So I don't know.
There are questions. The fact is,
Yeah.
Alexander, it's like he is named the Minister of National Security, in other words, and imagine he has come back as the boss of the commissioner. I mean, Benji is a very good person, as I always tell you. I highly respect him in a certain manner. Upon, one more rape, robbery, and so on, it's not acceptable, really.
Yeah.
You have a good day.
All right,
Thanks,
no problem.
Stefan.
Yeah.
Bye. Yes, bye.
Yeah, 13 minutes away from the hour, 7 o'clock, taking your calls. Be talking about housing issue and, of course, if you want to talk a little bit, if you want to mention the security issue, no problem. But I think housing needs to be addressed. Hello, good morning.
Stefan, morning.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Stefan, so Louis, you're talking about housing, right? He's saying it have more demand than supply right now.
Right, which
so
is always
some
been the case.
options here.
Yeah.
Right. So let me look at some options here now. We have excess in land. So we had to split the land for agriculture and for housing.
Yeah.
We know that if we allocate land to individuals, we give them the opportunity to build their own house, right? Based on the proximity of their salary income. So we look at that one. The rental where people are renting now on private property. Now we have no property tax. The utilities and these things, we see that may lower. So let us look at an assessment of the rental of private owners and renting property, because some of them, the prices are rent right now, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000.
Yeah,
and some of them doesn't even,
yeah.
Exactly. So therefore, we look at a broad spec or a maximum cap on rental. They pass a policy on rental, it could probably assist in helping those right now who waiting, so they can save some money in the interim in order to put towards owning a home, in the future. So there are many possibilities and options why they're looking to do these things. And another thing too is that the neglected HDC houses and the communities that was left by the PNM, they could look at reassessing that value and see if it's feasible to renovate it, or just give it to someone at a lower rate so that they can now then break it down and rebuild back on that land. So there are the options and possibilities. They just have to, put strategic implementation in place.
Yeah, that ain't a bad idea at all. I like that contribution. Thanks a lot, man. What they could do too with those houses, if those houses, if you want to give it to people and say, listen, we give it to you at a lower rate, and we will, if they could organize, in some cases, maybe a startup loan so that they could get the renovation started. That loan will, of course, have to be paid back, but it's a loan. But maybe there is something that they could do, because they have a lot of houses there that have been that was started and just left there. Morning.
Stefan Ricky, morning.
Yeah, Ricky.
Yes, I have a little plan, right? So I think all the abandoned HTC houses that were built in 2010 to 2015 and way back, that abandoned all about, I think they should clean up all of them houses and them, clean everything that they have. Call in the people and call in the ADB bank, right? And who want to get the houses as it is? I think they should call a figure and sell out all these houses to homeowners first and let them rebuild the houses themselves.
Right.
You understand? That is a way that they could save money and they don't have to put out no money. You understand? That might be, you know what I mean? Because remember, you had done a certain thing with a whole set of houses abandoned.
From back in, from way back. That was way back.
Clean up all the houses, all the things that they have right now. They have homeowners. I sure it have people who will buy those houses just as it is and rebuild it themselves.
Yeah.
At a low figure, and they rebuild it themselves and sell it on. The government don't have to pour no money there. They could pour money for the road infrastructure, you know what I mean? Infrastructure, tech and water, and they sell out all the houses and them like that. And that way they don't have to pour no money.
Yeah, I think they had to come up. Yeah, thanks, sir. They had to come up with a way to salvage what has already been created, or what already started and was not completed. They had to find out. They had to figure out a way to give those units away. Hello, good morning. Not give it away, but you know what I mean. Hello, good morning. Come up with a way to, you know.
Good morning, Stefan. Stefan,
yeah.
It seems like everybody now wants everything done in this country. And what I hear plenty on social media is a lot of people talking about single parents need housing now. They should get housing and all kind of thing. And it looked like that is a prerequisite now to get a house. You have to be a single mother or single. You understand? I think that what they should do is to organize some family planning for them first before they go in, allow them a house. Because you can't just be living your life, and most of the single parents who we talking, coming and asking, feeling like how they need a house now because this government thing. They being single parent wasn't like by some circumstance. I feel like they destined themselves to become single parents in the lifestyle they live and the way they behave, and they feel everything now is supposed to be granted to them because they are a single parent. What they need to do is to get some family planning in their thoughts and their minds, and then try to make themselves better rather than feel that, oh, that's a prerequisite to get everything they need now in their life, being a single parent. Have a good morning, Stefan.
Yeah, man. No problem. Yeah, you know, you cannot, we don't want to end up in a position where you are giving out houses to people that will not pay their rent or their mortgage or whatever the case might be, and then they end up in debts down the road and the agency. This has to run like a business. Sorry to tell people that, but it has to run like a business. Morning.
Morning, Stefan. How you doing?
I'm there. I'm cool.
Hear this. Apart from the houses and building, there are a lot of derelict buildings that could be repurposed for housing to meet that 500 unit demand per month for low-income people. May not necessarily be houses, but you could repurpose some of these buildings into two-bedroom apartments to help a lot of the folks that need less expensive housing. And to add to your point with the lottery of giving out homes, I will tell you, my mother-in-law personally has been waiting for a house for the last 34 years.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's ridiculous.
And she's 75.
That's ridiculous. And she no longer, but when you reach a certain age, you're not going to qualify for it, you know.
No, well, at this point in time, you know where her next home is going to be. She's getting closer to God with every passing day.
But then she had to check Olive's house. She's looking for her next home, it had to be Olive's house. Then she passed by Olive's house before she died. No, but what the point is, there are people that have applied when they were young, when they were working, when they had an income, when they would have qualified, and now they've gotten to the age where they no longer qualify because of their age.
Absolutely. And the thing I'm looking at is when I drive through Trinidad and Tobago, you see so many government projects that were started by successive governments over the years that you could go into reasonably with the fact that we are so good with construction in Trinidad and possibly not demolish, but renovate and get some life back into it.
Yeah, I agree with you. So, I mean, he's going to have a little task. The housing ministry does have a task ahead of them. Because you know what happened when people demanding things and you can't supply it.
Well, the thing is, let's be realistic. I don't want to pick up more of your time as this. We cannot expect instant results.
Correct.
Everything will take time.
That's right. All right. Yeah, man. So, same to you. All right, so with that, I've got to go to a break. When we come back from the break, we'll get into it. I want to share a little story of a little social Development and Family Services, the one in Arangwes now. I want to address Ms. Morales in Arangwes because I really think you're working in the wrong place. You can't be working in the right place. But I'll explain what I'm talking about when I come back. We're going to take the break. Before we go to the break, let me just mention Roll Right. So Roll Right Alignment and Service Center, your one-stop shop for vehicle care. Located on Salim Avenue, Monroe Road, Chagonas, Roll Right has everything you need to keep your ride in top shape. From new and used tires to speed balancing and 3D computerized wheel alignment, they've got it all covered. At Roll Right, you can also get the full suite of vehicle maintenance services, including comprehensive suspension and vehicle repairs, injector flow bench diagnostic testing, and ultrasonic cleaning, servicing, oil changes, and vehicle diagnostic scanning. Plus, Roll Right offers a wide selection of high-quality vehicle batteries, ensuring you're always powered up for the road ahead. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. You can visit them today at Salim Avenue, Monroe Road, Chagonas, or call 303-8344. Find them on all social media platforms, Roll Right Alignment and Service Center, always rolling right. And I also want to tell you about Shamir. That's right, because we got Mother's Day coming up, and I tell you what, you can celebrate Mom, the Queen, with a Shamir Spa gift voucher. Amazing facials, pedicures, manicures, massages, a perfect way to say thank you for all that Mom does. And visit Shamir, Trin City and Mid-Center Mall. You could also check them out at 25 Robertson Street, San Fernando, and 23 Cipriani Boulevard, Port of Spain. You could call them on 285-9053 or order online. Free delivery by TT Post available. And we're talking about Shamir. And finally, Jameson. Yep, Jameson. So Jameson, they're saying boost your immune system with Jameson immunity products to fight off the seasonal sniffles, such as their cold fighter with echinacea, vitamin C chews with the honey lemon flavor. For additional support, try their delicious vitamin D3 chews and ultra strength zinc. Chew, fight, and feel amazing with Jameson trusted vitamins and minerals. And with that, we take a break. When we return, we'll get back to some other discussions. Stay tuned.
The biggest 5K in TNT takes place Sunday, May 25th at QRC. Start time 6 a.m. Run, Stefan Run. Breakfast inclusive. The highest payout of prize money for a 5K with a first prize of $5,000 and cash prizes up to 10th place. Lots of giveaway and medals for all participants. Registration is $200. Get registered now online at trinbagoevents.com or cash registration is available at Synergy TV. Mondays to Fridays from 12 noon till 4 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. Cash registration is also available at Sports and Games, Trin City Mall, Gulf City, and Grand Bazaar. Just pay cash and follow the instructions on the coupon code. It's that simple. Call 345-3380 and 482-5531. Or visit Stefan Reese Production on Facebook for more info. Part proceeds goes to the Autistic Society of TNT and the Couva Children's Crisis Center.
At the castle, we just love moms.
I love you, Mommy.
And this Mother's Day, we're cooking up a storm with lots of tasty food. So forget about cooking. Let us fix dinner with a popular family meal. And lunch is a breeze with a snack box and the fish, chicken, and veggie sandwich combos. Oh yeah, and we've got the chicken and wing buckets, plus rotisserie meals, and of course, delicious sides. And it's all cooked with our nice local seasonings. So take a break and enjoy. Happy Mother's Day from Royal Castle.
The St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2025 on May 6th. Pure Jazz featuring Mateo Mancuso. On May 8th, Grammy-nominated Jasmine Horn. On May 7th, Kingdom Night, Maverick City Music. gospel powerhouse Tasha Cobbs Leonard. On May 9th, Beanie Man and Bounty Killer unite. Young Greta, Patrice Roberts, Ricky T, The Story. On May 10th, the world unite for World Beats. Nigeria's Ruga. Joe Duet Feely. Summer Walker. The ultimate celebration on May 11th. Ronald Boo Hinkson. John Legend's soulful voice. Dance under the stars to Earth, Wind and Fire's hits. Purchase tickets at St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival.com.
Coloring your hair is now easy with Bijan Easy Color for Men. Bijan's advanced cream formula prevents stains and drips, and it gets rid of the gray in 10 minutes. Bijan Easy Color for Men, for a natural color at no gray.
Consult Vedic astrologer Tulasi Prasad, who offers profound insights into an individual's life path and astrology journey in Trinidad and Tobago. Master can guide you with astrology and horoscope readings, love spell casting, family disputes, marriage problems, health problems, job and business problems. Master also is experienced in effective black magic removal remedies, negative energy removal remedies, reuniting loved ones, and many more. To get Master's guidance, call us now.
At +1 868 398 7547, located in Trinidad and Tobago.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Celebrate Mom, the Queen, with a Chimay Spa gift voucher. Amazing facials, pedicures, and massages. A perfect way to say thank you for all she does. Visit or order online at ChimayCaribbean.com. Call 285-9053.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
All right, people, so we're here at Blazers Bar, Tragreed Road in Woodbrook, and Blazers Sports Bar, the proud sponsor of the male first place and female first place. $5,000 by $5,000 for Stefan Run, Saturday, May 25th. Go and get registered now at trinbagoevents.com. Walk-in registration starts on 22nd of April at Synergy TV, number 19 Arapita Avenue in Woodbrook. Remember, tons of giveaways, tons of prizes, lots to talk about. So come out on Sunday, May 25th. We are at QRC from 6 a.m. Get registered today. You could call 345-3380 or 482-5531 for more information. Run, Stefan Run, Blazer Sports Bar. We on.
Cash registration available at Synergy TV, Monday to Friday from 12 noon to 4 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Cash registration also available at Sports and Games, Trin City Mall, Gulf City Mall, and Grand Bazaar. Just pay cash and follow the instructions on the coupon code. It's that simple.
All right, so we're back. I lost some weight, boy. I was watching that last Saturday, the one by Blazers. We filmed that about 2 months ago. Yeah. Now, we filmed that about 3 weeks ago. Chris, when we filmed that? 3 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago? I feel I lose a little weight there, no? I feel a little lighter, boy. Yeah. All right, so I tell you what, Eden Heights Clinic. Eden Heights Clinic, one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean, and they offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb bagging, weight loss programs, and much more. They also offer consultation services in live blood analysis, diabetes, sport injuries, heart disease, and much more. And you can visit them at any one of their 3 locations in Trin City, Chaguanas, or Tobago. You can give them a call on 640-8985 or 613-7571. You could also WhatsApp them on 4939-196 or email them at edenheightsdistributors@gmail.com. Make sure and check them out today, Eden Heights Clinic. Also, J&P Pest Control. So J&P Pest Control Limited, they are experts in all types of pest control, ranging from termites to rodents, ants, cockroaches, lawn pests, and much more. Armed with the latest techniques and technologies, including fumigation for drywood termites, J&P Pest Control's professionally trained staff are ready to tackle even the most difficult infestations. So, for a free inspection and quotation, please contact them today. They are located at number 61 to 65 Covine Road in Diego Martin, and take this number. The office number is 227-0835, or you can WhatsApp them on 250-8397. All right, you can also email them at jppestcontrol@hotmail.com. So call them today, contact them today, and let them shield your home or business from pesky pest. All right, that is J&P. And Gopal's. So don't let muscular pains and injuries win. Why not consult a specialist with over 30 years of experience? Ease those aches and pains. Visit licensed massage therapists at Gopal's Massage Therapy Center, and they are located at number 68 Market Street, Gopal Lands in Marabella. They are foreign trained and licensed in Florida. You could give them a call on 658-3907 or 496-1111. Services include medical massage therapy, sports injury treatment, aromatherapy, Swedish massage, deep tissue massage, sports massage, and much more. All right. Let's get back to the action. Barry Padarath, right, spoke to the media at I think it was Whitehall, because in the paper this morning, they are saying that the Prime Minister is unlikely to move into Whitehall right away. So we'll give you the why she's unlikely to move into Whitehall. Give me the Barry Padarath.
As well, where Mrs. Bissessar will be operating out of, whether it'll be Whitehall, a Dip Center. Has that decision been firmed up just yet?
There are several options that are available to the Prime Minister. At this point in time, the reason why we thought it necessary to meet with the Permanent Secretary is that this facility is not a functional facility. There are challenges here. The PS just shared with us that there are parts of the building that cannot be used because there are a lot of flooding. There are health issues with respect to mold and so on. The Cabinet Secretariat does not function out of this facility. And as you know, the Cabinet Secretariat is really the hub of the operations of the government. And we were quite surprised to come here today and find out that essentially the government cannot run and function out of this office. So some of those things will be brought to the attention of the Honorable Prime Minister. We will have to make some decisions in terms of how we go forward. But as I said earlier, that this facility is not conducive, really, based on what we were advised by the Permanent Secretary for operations. As I indicated to you, you're quite surprised to know that the Cabinet Secretariat, which is on the ground floor of this building, has been flooded out and they have had to be relocated. The staff seems to be unhappy with the state of affairs in terms of the facility they have had to function out of. Those were some of the things that the PS raised with us. We will now go back to the Honorable Prime Minister and indicate what is available to her in terms of creating a quick fix so that it doesn't hamper the operations of an incoming government. But we are quite surprised and shocked at the level of dysfunctionality that existed with the prior administration in terms of this facility being really an area which should have been the hub of the operations of the government.
Promise not to keep it curiosity, but there's a lot.
That's troubling. That's troubling for you spend $400 million on the Red House. Let me just backtrack here a second, right? $400 million was spent on the Red House. Whitehall, which is, as Barry Padarat said, you know, that's the hub of activity for the Prime Minister and the government. And I am very shocked I am shocked to find out this, yesterday that this particular place was flooded out. And they have mold issues and all sorts of issues at Whitehall. It's looking pretty on the outside, eh? You see, this is the maintenance issues that I've been talking about. Not only you spend $400 million on the Red House, but you spend over $600 billion in 10 years. You couldn't fix Whitehall. But I thought they had done repairs on Whitehall. Wasn't some sort of renovations going on at Whitehall over the last 10 years, if I'm not mistaken? Or did I dream that? I'm trying to remember. Because, I mean, Barry Padarat wouldn't come and say that to the media after speaking with the permanent secretary unless it's true. You know, I'll make up that story. Right? Boy, here I tell you. All right, so that apparently is something that they would have to get sorted out at Whitehall. Now, I'm going to open up the phone line in just a little bit, but I want to share a little story with you here. You can take down that for a second. Because I brought it to the attention of the minister yesterday. Because it is the second time that I have somebody that I know experience this with the Ministry of Social Development and Family Services. When my father was alive, he was collecting disability, and when he turned 60, he started to get NIS. Yeah. Then he started to get when he reached 65, pension coming. And they sent a check for $500. I had to go into social services and inquire about that. Now, I must say, the Port of Spain office and the people that I dealt with there were very helpful. I did not get any attitude from anybody. It was a pleasant experience. I cannot speak otherwise, right? I spoke to them there and I said, listen, you cannot just take the money out, because what they were saying is that when he started to get NIS, he was not supposed to get disability. Now, when Kamala Prasad Bissessa was there, you could have get both. But the government had changed, so this is under PNM, and apparently they changed the policy, but they still kept sending the check. So I didn't know that. He lying down in the bed there with his stroke, and he didn't know that. Next thing you know, they say, well, your father owing the state $100,000, $100 and something thousand, and we have to get back our money. I said, well, okay, but you can't do it that way. You cannot say to an elderly person, a pensioner, that we have to take back this money, however we want to take it back, and we will not inform you, we will not have consultation with you, we will not have a discussion with you, we will just take what we want. Because it's not the pensioner's fault, it's your fault. That's on all your office. So the pensioner can be penalized for that. Right? So I dealt with a very, very, well, I dealt with a good person there, very pleasant. They said, okay, send us a letter stating how much you could pay, and we'll go from there. I sent them a letter stating my father could pay $500 a month. They write me back, and it's like a negotiation. And we met at about $1,000 a month. I said, okay. So they took $1,000 out of his $2,500, and he was getting $1,500 from his pension, right? So no problem. They go back their money, let them take back their money. Because you have a problem paying it back. Although it's an error on their part. All right. So that was the experience I had dealing with my father issue. And I want to believe, and I was told I was told yesterday that this is one of many, many issues that ministry is facing, and the minister will have to deal with that. So, yesterday, my aunt called me. Says, Stefan, in December, I applied for my pension, and in December I get it. They sent me the payments, the retroactive payments or whatever, it went straight to the bank. Lo and behold, when she started to get her first check, or not the first check, when she started to get her recent payments, they sent a check, they sent any payment for $500 and something. So she said, well, where's that one? Where the next $2,000 gone? Make a call. And this is the Ministry of Social Development and Family Affairs office in Arangwes. She apparently spoke to a Miss Morales who apparently have an attitude problem and need an attitude adjustment. Right? Miss Morales was quite discourteous on the phone, was very rude, spoke down to her saying, well, you're owing the government, you're owing us $10,000 because there was an overpayment. Whose fault it is there was an overpayment? My aunt told. All you make that error. So the overpayment is $10,000. I want to make it clear here on why I'm saying it. So my aunt simply says to this lady, with this attitude that she have, well, ma'am, I don't mind paying back the $10,000, But you can't just take $2,000 out of my 25, and I have my commitments when the month come. I have my little bills and things to cover. You can't just dictate that to me without any sort of discussion whatsoever. Well, you have to pay back the money because you owe any money. That's the response. My aunt, it bothered her. So she gone and she jumped in a taxi and she gone down to the office. She gone to talk to the lady in person. She said maybe in person, she'll be met with a little more courtesy. No. Same ignorant attitude, this Miss Morales. So if you all know Miss Morales, tell Miss Morales, attitude again. So she said, but I don't have no problem paying back the $10,000 because it's $10,000, but you could take $500 a month. You don't have to take $2,000 a month. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the point here is that this woman working in the Ministry of Social Development and Family Services, and that is the attitude that she have towards elderly people. But I want to tell you something, and it ain't because it's my aunt. Because from what I understand, I have had plenty reports of these things going on. Right? And I've raised the issue in the past, and I'm raising it again because it continues to happen. And I would imagine that if it happened with my aunt, if it happened with my father years ago, and if it happened with my aunt in present, it happened with real people. I want to tell that woman something. You'll get old one day. That's the one thing you can't escape, is old age and death. You can't get away from it at all. You see, people just forget that they're going to get old one day. But you see, disrespecting your elders You see, disrespecting elderly people, the devil in have a space big enough for you in hell when the time comes. Trust me, the devil can't find a room big enough to put you in. I know I'm telling you. You don't treat people so. You are working in a ministry that is social development and family services. It is a people ministry where you have to be people friendly and know how to deal and talk with people. And if you can't do that, leave the people work. Apparently she's a supervisor there. And this is not just that office. There are other offices, and it's public servants like this woman is make it bad for all public servants. You understand what I'm saying? All it is make it bad for everybody. This one clown. Learn to deal with people better than that. Because the day will come, it is come back to bite you, you know. I know why I'm telling you, you know. I've seen it happen already. It is come back, you know. When God ready for you, when God ready to spite you, you go start to wonder, well, oh God, boy, why everything going wrong for me? It's because of your ignorant, wicked ways. And you disrespect the elderly people. That is why. The vengeance of Muko go fall on your head. Trust me on that. I know about that in the back there. No, you mustn't deal with people so. You mustn't deal with people so. I do business. You mustn't deal with people, especially elderly people. Every morning I just read a script for Olive's house. Respect and dignity that their years demand. You see how that is? You see how that is scripted? The elderly people at Olive's house are treated with respect and dignity that their years demand. Hey boy, 3277400. If you know that tripped me off yesterday, boy, because I mean, oh God. Morning.
Yeah, morning, Stefan.
Yeah, man, what going on?
Calling from Claxton Bay.
Yeah, Claxton Bay, talk to us.
Right, what happens that I just want to say, away from the housing a little bit, what I want to say is that I feeling safer as a citizen, a senior citizen, I'm feeling safer. And the people have started doing nothing yet, but I just start to feel safer. Thank you.
All right, no problem, my brother. Yeah, man. A good feeling, a good feeling. Everybody had a little good feelings, man. Don't frighten, man. There's a good feeling. Hello, morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Morning, my dear.
Blessed morning to you, Stefan. You see, yes, you see that Miss Morales? Miss Morales that you're speaking about?
Mm-hmm.
She will get old, as you see. And you know, when you don't have compassion in your heart, it's not a good thing. All people should be treated with love.
You understand
My mother grew me up. My mother grew me up in treating people with respect. Older people, whomever it is, young or old, vagrant or thief, murderer or what, respect people. You understand? And that is good as you ate on this program. Let Miss Morales know her place. They should put her in the toilet to walk now to clean the toilets instead. Because that toilet attitude she have. You understand? Another thing is that you're feeling a sense of peace in this nation. You understand? And we have to continue to pray that this present government would be able to handle whatever come their way in Jesus' name. Stefan, you continue to air everything that is going on. You're doing a good job.
Thanks a
Let
lot.
the people of Trinidad and Tobago know where this government or whatever they're facing right now, so that the naysayers will shut them out and understand that we have to buckle up, just as Rowdy said, buckle up.
Okay.
You have a good day, so God bless you richly.
No problem. Yeah, I mean, listen, sometimes I know there are elderly people in society that, you know, they are along in age, and maybe they just don't have the energy to deal with these kind of matters. You know what I mean? But they shouldn't be subjected to that kind of no. Morning. No, it don't work so.
Stefan, good morning.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad you brought up that topic. This problem government had to deal with them people in Tunapuna office.
I'm going to mention that, When I say it have other offices, Tunapuna is always on the mind, but go ahead.
You see that Tunapuna office?
Yeah.
My sister and a friend of mine turned 65 last year, 2024. Right? They filed all the documents inside, and we in May again. Which make them 66 years, and up to now they can't get it.
And they cannot get it, and when you go back, they're telling you have to refile the documents, are they?
Well, they're telling that yet.
Yeah, they go tell them that they need to do over the document and send it over.
Today, my friend is 66 years today.
Yeah.
And my sister will be, Sunday coming, she will be 66. And up to now, they cannot get anything else. This is what they're doing, the old people and them.
Yeah, it's 3 years. My mother was waiting on her pension. 3 years.
Right? And they need to do better than that and treat our senior citizens better than that. You have a pleasant this stuff, man.
Yeah, man. No, they have to. And like I said, Vandana Mohit, who has been appointed to that ministry, is the perfect person to deal with them. She's a very kind person. But just like the Prime Minister said, don't take the kindness or weakness, because she could be dread when she's ready to it. Morning.
Morning to you, Stefan.
Morning, man. What's up?
This is the gentleman from the fellow from Diamondville who house 2 years ago, Uncle House got broken into and they stole everything. He was subsequently evicted from HCC.
Wow.
He's a special needs person and he was evicted. So right now he's just living by someone in a home, in a room. He was evicted. Nobody got involved. The Forest Police Station never intervened or nothing. And HCC just sent a letter and had him evicted.
But he was evicted. But how much he could be owing? What was evicted for?
He ain't owing nothing. All the payments was up to date, and the payments was still going through the bank. In the two months payments was still in there, inside of there, until because the bank just stopped the payments going to HCC. His payment was up to date right through.
So why they evict him?
Yeah, well, they had some sort of concern about Ahmad because he went to Florida with his aunt, and COVID hit, and he got trapped there. My aunt eventually, got customs, and they pay extra money to customs for him to his extra time being there. And when COVID has closed off and whatnot, he came back home, and they said that he abandoned the place. So we explained to her if it wasn't abandoned, because myself and others were going and checking the place to make sure whatever it is. And the neighbors subsequently within the area, upstairs, downstairs, sideways, down below, this HEC complex have a lot of corruption. Turn around and tell them that he had rent the place out twice or 3 times, which is a lie. Because that's it. It is, Stefan, it's terrible in this country with elderly are concerned. I am waiting on my tax return. I retired almost 3 years now, and my tax return has not been given to me from since then. 3 years I waited on my tax return. Yep, 3 years. 3 years. So I have a time to go down. I have to head down to that place sometime this week and see what's happening again, because I already fed up. The time I send an email, the time I this, time I that. So.
What's happening information? What's happening information?
Okay then, sir.
I will see if I could. I will see if I could get on to somebody with that. But you will have to WhatsApp it to this number. Just WhatsApp in the information. As it relates to, just put any message. The tax return information. Let me see what I can do for you. If it's 2 years, that is so into right. Something wrong.
3 years. It's 3 years.
3 years. Nah, something wrong there. Something wrong there.
3 years.
Something wrong there.
Yep.
All right. I'll check it out.
All right, then. Thanks again.
No problem.
Pleasant morning.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Nah, something and something to write there. 3 years? Nah. You can't be. Nah, not 3 years. Hello. Good morning.
Yes, morning, Stefan. Good morning. Pleasant
Morning.
good
Go ahead,
morning
man.
to you. Right. A bit of information as we're talking on housing. Jordanham Junction, in the back there, between there and Pepper Sauce and Price Mart, there's a development in the back there. I think they call it Egypt.
Yeah.
Under the last administration, there's about 30 5-story buildings there.
I know them.
Under the last administration, you're right.
I know them.
They pick and choose some and you know all those buildings are empty.
Yeah, it had the school in the back there too. That the partnership.
That's right.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And you know, it's years. Even in 500 off the highway, the big 10-story or 12-story building. It's almost 10 years they're renovating that building with scaffolding around that building. In fact, the scaffolding costs more than what the building maybe cost when they had to pay rental for that scaffolding. It was occupied with vagrants at one point in time. That Shogun has 500 on the left-hand side, heading on 2 big multi-story buildings.
Yeah, I know it.
They have there was never occupied. Scaffolding around that building, and the government had to pay more money for the scaffolding than what the building would.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Housing in this country should take priority. Education, health, security, and housing.
Yeah.
That is the 4 utmost thing that they should concentrate on, and that should be on the priority list in this country. Once you take care of that, the citizenry in this country could be happy.
I think so, yeah. It don't take much, you know. It don't take much, please, to make people happy, you know.
Right. And another note concerning public servants. A couple years ago, I had an interaction. Remember when you used to have to go and line up by passport office, 12 o'clock in the night to try and get an appointment to get your passport?
Yeah.
And a couple years ago, I had a nice conversation with an immigration officer. Boy, that woman was the worst. I'm sorry I can't remember her name. And the attitude she had and the way she deal with people was so appalling, was unbelievable. And that goes across the board in most government. Now, nobody else know, you find nice people.
Yeah.
You interact with nice people. People come to you, but have some of them, I don't know, God help them now. Anyhow, Stefan, you have a good day.
All right, cool. Yeah, no problem. I know the area he's talking about in Egypt. I went there and I covered the school there. And I know the buildings that he's talking about, yeah. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Mr. Stefan.
What's up? Talk to us.
When it come to Whitehall, it was under renovation under the PP. And then the government changed, and in 2019, it was reopened to the cost of $32-33 million in renovation.
I know that building was under renovation and reopened.
Well, anybody, I don't live in town. I don't go around the Queen's Park Savannah every 5 minutes, right?
Right.
So anybody who accustomed seeing PM1 coming out of the last 5 years consistently every day, could just call and tell me. That's all I had to tell you, because we had the official office, PM office, also in St. Clair.
Yeah.
We used to protest out of with the big coat arms and, right?
Right.
And I don't know holding any functions in Whitehall, but anybody who accustomed who working in town, who working around the Savannah, and you accustomed seeing PM1 coming out of Whitehall, going out Whitehall every day for the last 3 or 4 years, because 2019 was renovated. But remember that building was built in 1904. The foundation on that is 1904 foundation.
Yeah.
You know, well, you was in pest control and pest management. So I show you pass through plenty old building. Right?
Yeah.
School, old warehouse, something, right? And we grew up in Tapia. Right? So the problem in this country is like we just want to fix old thing. And the world is building new thing. And call those buildings heritage buildings. And I start walking tours and museum tours and pay for $5. And children has walked through the place in real world.
Yeah.
But not here.
Yeah.
We just renovate old building, right? And expect it to look like a brand new building that Singapore now build. You gotta move away from that. Turn those things into museum pieces, right? Let children and tourists view it. Pay $5 to see it or some kind of thing, and build new buildings now. Right. And with new buildings and new technology, energy efficient, the full works.
What about the building codes? These building codes, I had to check up on some of these things, eh? Like, okay, in terms of housing.
Go through Ministry of Planning. You have to go through Ministry of Planning with that.
Right, so how high can you go?
It all depends if it deemed residential, commercial, or industrial.
Right.
Industrial is multi-story.
Correct.
Commercial is only 2. You understand?
Yeah, that's something.
Commercial is only 2. Yeah. But remember, we always changing the places by which residential. Remember, Arangwes, just like Arangwes was agriculture, now they turn residential.
Residential.
So somebody had to change that. Somebody changed that in the Ministry of Planning for them to get approval to build 3-story buildings in Arangers.
Yeah.
It have warehouses. It have the police. The police, I think, had a compound there, holding vehicle. I know if it still exists. I don't know. I don't go down any bag there.
Yeah.
But that was it. And all I know the history of Whitehall. I could just do a Google on that.
Yeah.
Quick. And tell Steotong, and you know what's laughing thing in this whole thing?
What's that?
Certain reporters calling Steotong former Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. That's the most ridiculous thing I ever hear in my life.
Oh, God. All right, man. No problem. Oh, God. Yeah, I tell you. All right, we got to take a break. As I go to the break, we got Seth Viola board coming up. Obesity is the topic. So pay attention. But Palm Star Promotions. Let me get Palm Star Tobago. Palm Star Tobago, man. Lovely. Lowlands Mall. 12th of July. So, Palm Star Promotions is giving you a little star chance to shine live on national TV. The 4th annual National Spelling and Vocabulary Challenge is set for July 12th at Lowlands Mall, open to all primary school and homeschooled kids, standards 3 to 5, ages 9 to 12 plus. And the top school with the most entries and points walks away with a desktop computer. Plus, there are chances to win tablets, medals, and so much more. Buy a Kotesi Kotela dictionary at Charon's in Tunapuna, Trin City, San Juan, or Diego Martin and get 5% off. Just walk with the flyer or show it on your phone. Register now, scan the QR code, visit Palm Star Promotions online or call Auntie Esther at 471-2604. The dress code, no uniforms. All right, dress elegantly casual. Let's build confidence one word at a time. Only with Palm Star Promotions. All right, and finally, Stefan Productions presents Run Stefan Run 2025. Do not forget QRC 6 a.m. May 25th and 2 charities. The Autistic Society of Trinidad and Tobago plus the Cuba Children Crisis Center. You could register online now at trinbagoevents.com or you can call 345-3380 or 482-5531 for additional information, and you can do cash registration as well. Cash registration is accepted right here at Synergy TV between the hours of 12 noon and 4 p.m. If you want to get cash registration elsewhere, you can go to Sports and Games in Gulf City Mall, Trin City Mall, and Grand Bazaar. And when you go to Sports and Games, what you're going to purchase is a coupon code. So you're asking for the coupon for Run Stefan Run. Everything is on, well, all the instructions is on the coupon code. It's very simple. And if you have any problems, call 482-5531. But Sports and Games, once you purchase the coupon code at Sports and Games in Gulf City Mall, Trin City Mall, or Grand Bazaar, what is going to happen is you can get 20% off of any item in the store that you want to purchase. All right? It's real simple. So you're paying cash at Sports and Games, $200. Then you go, follow the instructions on the coupon code, and fill out your name, your this, your that, where all the information. And there is going to come a little part down to the bottom where it says, it's going to say, pay with. You are paying with the coupon code. Pay with coupon code. And then you click that, and then you click apply coupon code, and that's it, process done. Any problems, call 482-5531. We're going to be back after this with Seth Viola board. Stay tuned.
The biggest 5K in TNT takes place Sunday, May 25th at QRC. Start time 6 a.m. Run Stefan Run. Breakfast inclusive. The highest payout of prize money for a 5K with a first prize of $5,000 and cash prizes up to 10th place. Lots of giveaway and medals for all participants. Registration is $200. Get registered now online at trinbagoevents.com or cash registration is available at Synergy TV. Mondays to Fridays from 12 noon till 4 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. Cash registration is also available at Sports and Games, Trin City Mall, Gulf City, and Grand Bazaar. Just pay cash and follow the instructions on the coupon code. It's that simple. Call 345-3380. and 482-5531. Or visit Stefan Reese Production on Facebook for more info. Part proceeds goes to the Autistic Society of TNT and the Couva Children's Crisis Center.
Adventure lives here, where nature inspires every step.
Set sail and explore the wonders of our islands.
Feel the rhythm of our festivals.
Joyful, vibrant, and unforgettable.
Whether you seek adventure
or tranquility, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has it all.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
It's time to secure what matters most. Your family, your home, your peace of mind. Secure them all with Armor Security. Advanced protection starts from just $4 per day. Armor Security, powered by Flow, partnered with All Pro, inspired by you. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co to learn more.
Introducing Open Minds primary school lessons 100% online. Get quality education from the comfort of your home. Affordable, expert-led online tuition to help your child succeed. Register today. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or visit www.openminds.education.
Before you take your omega-3 supplement, check for the natural product number NPN on the label. This unique code shows that Jameson products have approved rigorous Health Canada testing for safety and effectiveness. Unlike some supplements that carry disclaimers like not approved by the FDA, Jameson omega-3 is the trusted choice, offering 1800 milligrams of EPA and DHA for heart health. Choose quality. Choose Jameson.
All right, people, so breaking down, we're in the wonderful city of San Fernando at number 17 St. James Street in Sando, and this is the location of Digimaniacs Design. And Digimaniacs Design is the proud sponsor of the 3rd place male and female and the 10th place male and female for Run, Stefan Run. We are at QRC. 6 a.m. is the start time, so make sure get yourself registered online at trinbagoevents.com. Do not forget that the purpose of this, outside of this being the biggest paying 5K in the country, this is also a charity run, and we're giving to 2 charities. We're giving to the Autism Society of Trinidad and Tobago and the Couva Children Crisis Center. So come out in your numbers, get registered, come out and support. And support Digimaniacs Designs as well, because they have been in the business for the past 17 years producing logo designs, signage, brochures, rebranding projects, fleet graphics, commercial interior design, wall wraps, and much more for local, regional, and international clients. And you can call them on 704-8602 or check them out at number 17
St. James Street in San Fernando.
Cash registration available at Synergy TV, Monday to Friday from 12 noon to 4 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Cash registration also available at Sports and Games, Trin City Mall, Gulf City Mall, and Grand Bazaar. Just pay cash and follow the instructions on the coupon code. It's that simple.
All right, so we're back, and as we return, I get a little smaller, you know, because I know we filmed that one more than 4 weeks ago. Huh? Or I fooled myself. What's that? No, I think I get smaller than that. When you say that, you're agreeing with me, or you? I eat 4 Twinkies in St. Thomas. 6. No, 4. But listen, the chocolate cake, well, I included that, I call it not a Twinkie. I eat 4. Look, anyway, let me get to set. Seth, what's going on, man? Morning.
Good morning, good morning. Excellent. And yourself?
I cool, man. Talk to us, man. I hear obesity. So my first question is this. At what point in time do you qualify as being obese?
All right, so that's what we're going to look at and talk about or discuss this morning. All right, so first I want to start off with the origin of the word. It comes from a Latin word, obesus, which means having eaten until fat.
Okay.
All right. So that's what it means, having eaten until fat. All right. Now, let me share my screen so I could show some data. The usual way in which they measure obesity is with BMI, which is body mass index, but that is highly inaccurate. So, of course, some changes have been made.
That's what they get on the scale, right? When they go to weigh.
Oh, you can BMI, do it have the BMI calculators as well, where you put in your height, your weight, and it gives you an average based on what your age is, where you should be. But that's highly inaccurate. Of course, as we go to PubMed here, we see that this was published on the 17th of March 2025, and it says defining overweight and obesity by percentage body fat instead of body mass index.
Okay.
All right. And this is something I've always used more, percentage of body fat, because it's way more accurate.
Okay.
For example, BMI, from ever since I know myself, had me as overweight. Now, of course, you know me personally, I'm far from overweight, but it doesn't consider muscle mass, right? So that's one of the problems with BMI. So based on the guidelines here, let's see what they're saying here. When it comes to being overweight, a woman with a with a body fat percentage of over 25 would be considered to be overweight. A woman with a body fat percentage of over 36 would be considered overweight, and this is clinically. And when it comes to obesity, a man with a body fat percentage of over 30 is considered obese, and a woman with a body fat percentage of over 42% is considered obese. All right? So over 30% for men and over 42% for women. Of course, women are supposed to have more fat than men. All right? And that has a lot to do with their functions with regards to childbearing and hormones and so forth. They need to have a higher fat percentage. But notice how high obesity is at 42% with regards to women, and their overweight ranges from between 36 to 42%. All right, and men is between 25 and 30%. So women have a larger range in which they can flex with being overweight. I still would encourage people to try to be on the lower end, and not because there is a large range means that it is okay to be within that category. All right. But there's something that people need to know. When it comes to the WHO, they focus more on calories in and calories out. All right. So they'll say that, people tend to become overweight because they are eating more or consuming more calories than they are expending. Of course, that's a very old way of thinking. And what the actual data shows now is you have to look more at where the calories are coming from, what makes up the majority of calories. Yes, consuming too much calories or more than you're expending can have some health risks, yes. But focus need to be placed on the quality of your diet as well, not just looking at quantity of calories. So what I would do, I would share my screen again and show you something quite interesting. And when I show you this, you would find it a bit interesting yourself when I show this information here. Let me share my screen again. So let's look at this here. And this is from what was published on Science Direct. So look what it says here. It says a 1% increase in carbohydrates yields a 1-point increase in obesity over 5 years. Look what it says right below. A 1% increase in fat intake yields a 0.24-point decrease in obesity over 5 years.
Okay, wait, hold on. Explain that.
So it's showing that a 1% increase in your carbohydrates, your sugar consumption over a 5-year period, you would increase in obesity, all right? But a 1% increase in fat intake, consuming fats, you have a decrease of 0.24% in obesity over 5 years. In other words, how the body deals with where the calories are coming from, the metabolic processes, affects the body in different ways. Consuming more calories from sugar or carbohydrate sources increases your chances of becoming obese.
Right.
Whereas increasing your consumption of fats can reduce your chances of becoming obese.
Okay.
Now, I believe it was last year. Last year, I was dealing with the topic of insulin and glucagon. Insulin and glucagon. Insulin is released in response to when you consume certain things and when the blood sugar level or the glucose level in your blood is at certain levels, right? When you have higher glucose levels in your blood, the pancreas secretes insulin to attach to the glucose and then transport it to your cells or to the liver or to fat cells to be stored, for the excess to be stored, right? When there is a decrease of glucose in the blood, you have glucagon being released by the pancreas in order to take the stored cells, the stored glucose, which is stored in the liver as glycogen, and release and convert it back into glucose and release it in your bloodstream. So you'll always have a certain level of glucose in your system. So insulin release can cause fat storage, and glucagon release can cause fat reduction, all right? Because it could convert fat into ketones to use as fuel when glucose is low as well. So based on what you choose to consume, it would affect which hormones are released with regards to fat storage. And I mentioned that being under the age of 24 years, if you consume a lot of sugar under the age of 24 years, that time period in life, under 24 years, your body is focused on fat production, fat cell production. So excess sugar would cause the body to produce more fat cells. Keep in mind, fat cells numbers for humans supposed to be within a particular range.
Okay.
So if too much carbohydrates and sugar is consumed under that age, you can have an overproduction of fat cells. The problem with that is when you have that overproduction of fat cells, those fat cells are going to remain for the rest of your life, that amount. So if one does not know what they are supposed to be consuming when they are younger, so this would stem from childhood as well. So parents need to be properly educated with regards to nutrition so that they don't overfeed their child the wrong nutrients.
Yeah.
Because if people keep watching just calories in and calories out and don't consider where those calories are coming from, you can make that mistake and overfeed your offspring a lot of carbohydrates, causing them to consume, to produce a lot of fat cells, and that can set them up for life. Because even if they lose weight, those fat cells still remain. They're just emptied, right? Which means an empty fat cell can be filled easier. And I'm sure you would even know people who you might see eat a whole set of stuff and they don't put on weight. And then you see somebody eat less and boom, they put on weight fast.
I have
And
a
that's
prime
because-
example of that set.
Right? So that's because that individual, the one that put on the weight fast, had a lot more fat cells that were emptied. So as soon as they eat stuff that can be stored as fat, whether it is fat itself, whether it is carbohydrates, once they get in excess, it would store in those emptied fat cells, all right? Because they have an excess amount of fat cells.
Okay.
So when it comes to obesity, there are a lot of factors involved. So what I want to do is take some time on this topic because there are other things that we have to look at, like things like leptin resistance. All right. So that's a topic that we would discuss, leptin resistance. We would look at foods that does not cause insulin release.
Okay.
And therefore, though you are eating, you are not feeling satiated and therefore always hungry. And that would cause you to end up overeating. So I want to take it in some parts, and then I want to look at things like socio-economical status of individuals
very
that
important.
also affects their choices with regards to what they choose to eat based on their financial situations, and then give some suggestions at what they should look at with regards to their budgets and so forth. So I want to expand more on this topic because obesity is a in the past, in 17th century and stuff, it was very rare. It was very rare. And seeing an obese person used to be seen as a sign of wealth.
Yeah.
Right? But today it's a global crisis, right? Because it's so common now, so common now. All right, so it's something that we have to address, but we need to address it from a knowledge-based standpoint. And we need to throw that simple logic of calories in, calories out, and that whole interplay there of the law of thermodynamics out of the window somewhat in order to get a more educated view with regards to the topic.
All right. Well, that's set all about for you this morning, people. And of course, for more on this topic of obesity, you can contact Seth at the Holistic Health Clinic. You can call him on 761-1952, or you could WhatsApp him on 279-3935. Seth, thanks a lot, man.
All right, thanks for having me. See you next week.
All right, I can't wait for the next part of this. All right,
Yes.
I'll load in. So that is set, and with that, we're going to take our final break this morning. When we come back, we'll wrap things up. Stay tuned.
The biggest 5K in TNT takes place Sunday, May 25th at QRC. Start time 6 a.m. Run, Stefan Run. Breakfast inclusive. The highest payout of prize money for a 5K with a first prize of $5,000 and cash prizes up to 10th place. Lots of giveaways and medals for all participants. Registration is $200. Get registered now online at trinbagoevents.com, or cash registration is available at Synergy TV Mondays to Fridays from 12 noon till 4 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. Cash registration is also available at Sports and Games, Trin City Mall, Gulf City, and Grand Bazaar. Just pay cash and follow the instructions on the coupon code. It's that simple. Call 345-3380 and 482-5531. Or visit Stefan Reese Production on Facebook for more info. Part proceeds goes to the Autistic Society of TNT and the Couva Children's Crisis Center.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Adventure lives here, where nature inspires every step.
Set sail and explore the wonders of our islands.
Feel the rhythm of our festivals.
Joyful, vibrant, and unforgettable.
Whether you seek adventure
or tranquility, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has it all.
Celebrate Mom, the Queen, with a Chimay Spa Gift voucher. Amazing facials, pedicures, and massages. A perfect way to say thank you for all she does. Visit or order online at ChimayCaribbean.com. Call 285-9053.
Ready to unlock your potential? Welcome to Open Minds Education from preschool to high school. We bring expert tutoring right to your home 100%, with a stunning 450% growth in enrollment. We're transforming education with real results. At Open Minds, it's more than grades, we're building future leaders with academic and life skills. Don't wait. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or register now at www.openminds.education.com.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
All right, people, so we're back. We got some birthdays, and to wrap things up, and outside of that, do not forget immediately following the repeat of this program, we have that powerful word from the Christian Union Church, the San Juan Revival Ministries. All right, that's coming up after the repeat of this show. So, where are we? Oh, only 4. Okay, great. So here we go. Happy 51st birthday to Neela Babulal, coming on from your husband and 2 children. Ooh, look at the car in the background, boy. Nice. All right, from your husband and your 2 children, and they want to thank you for being a dedicated wife and mother. So Neela, happy birthday to you. Also, we would like to wish, I'd like to wish my bestie since forever, since 12 years old, a wonderful and fun-filled birthday today, May the 6th. We love you always, Chica. And this is happy birthday going out to Simone and Auntie June. All right, also want to wish my auntie and second mom an early birthday greeting, celebrating a birthday on May the 9th. You mean so much to me. I'm blessed to have you in my life. All the best and many more years to come to my 2 amazing Taurus loves from Colleen. Nice, nice, nice. That we're talking about. Then we're going to say happy 60th birthday to, well, they just put their wife. Well, okay. Whoever is married, I do not even know how to, I don't know. I am sending 60th birthday greetings to my wife from her husband, grandchildren, and daughters from Kisoon. No names, yeah. And finally, hi, we got to say, all right, on the 4th of May, this is a belated one. So, Joel Tate, happy birthday to Joel Tate. He celebrated it on the 4th of May. This is coming on from his wife, Shervan Tate, his mom, Christine Tate, his niece and nephew, Kayomi and Kimani Tate, George and myself, his sister, Janelle Tate, all sending greetings, blessings and love to him on this day. So big up yourself, Joel Tate and the whole Tate clan. So with that, we out for today, people. Until tomorrow, have a great day. Yeah, stay safe. Goodbye.